Hey, good morning and greetings to all my garden people out there. Today I'm going to be harvesting um, bologi. Okay, all this lot has been sold already and shipped to a place near you. All this lot is $60 including shipping. So I'm going to harvest it, and what I'm going to do for this customer, I'm actually going to leave, some of the I'm going to leave some of the stems, you see, so that way, because one thing I do is I encourage people to grow their own things, grow their own garden. So what I'm going to do, I am actually going to leave the stems so they can, when they get it, they can actually start to grow it themselves. So that way you don't have to keep on buying. I know a lot of people say they don't have green fingers, but guess what? There's nothing like green finger. It's just TLC, tender love and care. I'm going to switch over and I'm going to show you guys the washing, how I do wash them, because I just don't ship them to a customer. I would wash them as well. I know they're going to go wash it as well, but guess what? There's no way I'm going to ship it without me not washing it, so it get to them clean. Because one thing they can do once it gets to you, really and truly, you just cut it and put it in a pot. Okay, when you see me move to that side, is because I'm dropping it in the washing medium. Okay. And the funny thing with this garden, believe it or not, sometimes you have creatures in here. And that's the reason. Well, not creatures as such, but like insects, slugs and them kind of things. So that's one of the reasons why you really gotta like wash it. And it's good professionally when you wash it and send it to your clients, because it's good that way. At least they know you up on your game. Today is what is it? Today is the 23rd of August. So it is still very possible for me to get another batch of these. I mean, I've been harvesting bologi for the longest time, and it doesn't matter the way you cut it from the vine itself. It don't matter, just cut it. You'll see when I trim it all and swing the camera on the side when I'm doing the washing process. Okay? So it doesn't really matter. You could actually just, cut it. And sometimes you do have interference from the other plant. But when I pictured it, or when I sold it as this lot over here. All right? You can see how fresh the bologi is. And just in case you guys are wondering, bologi is really, really nice with bitter leaves. Right? When you do bitter leaves with bologi, oh my God. And you have some egusi. Well, it's usually egusi soup, So you cook it mixed with egusi. That's banging. Okay, so we're gonna trim it all. It don't matter. It's gonna grow again. Like this one even coming over here is from the other plant. I'm still gonna take that off. It don't matter. Because I have confidence in the other plants. As you can see, this is the other plant over here. Right? So I have every confidence that it's growing. So let's go rub it of this one. Right, let's just take whatever is over on this side. And we got what to say, bouillon. Bouillon means bonus. Yes, I can give them bonus out of this as well. It don't really matter, because I know they're gonna grow. And besides, they had no reason interfering over here. So whatever is over here, right, belongs to that stuff. Okay? And you can see some of them is falling on the ground, and that's the reason why really you need to wash them. And that's what I'm doing. So usually you can cut it with your hands, you can cut it with scissors, it still don't matter. You can cut it as low as you want, because the thing with this plant is a vine. So it's gonna grow again. It's gonna grow into a vine. I mean, if you guys been following me, I've harvested this before. This is the second time of the planting season that I'm actually harvesting this particular bologi. Okay, I would usually do both of them at the same time, but somebody else is trying to get that one over there. So I'm going to leave it, because a lot of times people like them fresh. You see, like this stem, for example, that's a good stem. You see, so I'm going to include this in the package. All right? So that way they can grow it as well. All right? But if you can't grow it, you have to check me out. All right? All right, because then I'll grow it and sell it to you. It's no big deal. I love gardening. I spend all my weekends more or less in the garden. You know what I mean? All my weekends are spent in the garden. Okay, so I'm gonna leave what you can see right now. I mean, a lot of these I can take off really, you know. And the reason why I use the scissors is easier on your nails. Because like me that be doing garden all the time, you find my nails goes very, very soft after a while because I've been putting it in water, right? So that's why I kind of use the scissors, because you can still do the same thing. So let's switch this camera over the side now. Sorry about that. But let's go over on this side and see what's happening now. Okay, so this is the washing process. You can see this is the washing process. I have these big coolers that I used to, well, I still do, but I don't use when I go fishing. All right, so that's what I'll be washing them out of. You know, give them wash, give them series of wash, right? So that if you have any impurities and things like that, they should be able to come off. All right, and so basically that's the wash right there, you see. And now what I'll do is, I'll take this one over here, this hose, I start it off over here, and basically just do like this. You do like this, you drop it in there. Same thing, you do the same thing over here like this, and drop it over here. You see? So initially, the first wash, you're gonna see that it has a lot of debris, which is from the soil, as well as the plant leaves itself. So, and basically that's what you do, you see. I know, trying to film this thing myself, it's always nice if I have help. Hi. Okay, but that's basically what you do. I'm gonna wash it now. This one again is good because my watermelon is over there. So all I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna lift this up and throw it off onto the ground. This way is also good for the grass, right? It's also good for the grass as well as the watermelon that I have growing. Okay. You still need a little bit of manpower on this, you know, because this cooler filled with water is like really heavy. So you see, I'll wash all this out, right? I'll wash everything out. So when we start the other one, right, it's all nice and fresh. See? So what I'll start doing now, right? What I'm gonna start doing, let's bring this over here like so. And really, I should use like that. Okay. So the scissors we don't really kind of need anymore. So then I'll start like this now, because you can't just put all of this in the box, but I'm gonna leave a lot of it out there. Yes, I'm gonna leave a lot of them out here, so that way at least we have the stocks. But again, like I say, I'm gonna include some stocks in here because I want, you know, this client to actually start growing it themselves. All right. So this is what I'm doing. As you can see, I'm plucking them off. It's bologi, and a lot of this is soft. You know, so this is the stock right there. This is what you put back in the ground or in the soil, or in a pot, a plant pot, or water. Right. Remember, this is the harvesting of bologi. All right. And bologi is more like spinach, but it's not the same. It's different. It has a nice aromatic smell to it. You see, and then if you're looking at this, you can see how soft these ones are. Look at that. You can actually pick them up like that. Okay, so that's the reason why you do the leaves this way. Okay, the client does not need the stems, but I encourage, you know, my clients to actually take the stem so that way they can start it off themselves. And that's why I leave a few stems. Even though some people will say, oh, you never gave me no stem. Yes, I did. And because the reason why, I believe they be cooking the stems as well. You know, chopping off the stem. Because if you really know how to chop a plant, you can actually chop a lot of these stems because they're soft stems. You can do it. See? So basically that's the washing process going on right now. Right? We're not taking anything for granted. We're actually washing it out properly. You know, so like I say, some people are particular, they get it back, they're gonna wash it, it's no big deal. But one thing is, when you wash it clean and they get it, you know, I mean, it says a lot about, you know, the guy who's actually sending it to them. You know, because nobody likes filth. Even a filthy person does not like filth, because it's like, oh no, come on man, this guy could not wash this thing. And so that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, we're washing it out, and I have to go pack this, and I think I might miss my mailman, so I might have to run it up over to the post office, which is no big deal anyway. I'll run it over to the post office. So this is being shipped as priority. It's 2 days, and it's going to Ohio. So guess what? Hopefully this one gets there on Monday, because I have shipped stuff out here on priority to California on a Saturday, and it got there on Monday. 2 days. So let's see what's going to happen with this one. I know the clients are waiting for this, because guess what? They want to cook bitas and bologi. Okay, and what I do is with those stems, like I said, depending on how it fits in the box, I'll just put them all together. I can give it to them anyway, it doesn't matter. Like I said, because I have stems, I have more plants. See? And again, you see what I did? I'm actually transferring the hose back into here. And this hose does not have, right? It does not have any sand or anything like that, because, you know, it's been immersed in the cooler. All right? And so basically what I'm doing also, I'm looking for the stems that are really like strong, like we say, or hard. Right? So basically that's what I'm doing here. We don't need them. Okay? They're good for planting, because they're strong, but you really don't need them, more especially in terms of the weight of the shipping box, because all they do is they just weigh up the box, which you don't really need. And in fact, you've seen like all of these ones like this, I can really leave them in the box, because now I think I've got it to a certain, you know, extent. Look at that. Look at the leaves, man. Okay, so we start throwing that back in there. We're washing it again. And basically the washing is really, like you can see, is for any bugs. But because I've been growing this for a while, the thing that really plagues bologi is slugs. Nothing else comes on it actually, nothing else eats it except slugs. But once you get rid of the slugs initially, they go away, they don't really come back. Alright, so that's why there's no slugs in here. You know, and you can tell by the leaves, because if the leaves have holes in them, then you know something's eating them. But if you don't have holes in the leaves, then you know slugs is not really bothering them. And that's how this is. Okay? And basically, like I say, this water will tell me whether I need to wash it again, right? Because if it has a lot of debris in there, then you know you got to give it another wash. But 3 washes you usually do, because I mean, it's like no matter what's there, they're gonna come up. And that's exactly what I'm doing over here. All right. See, 3 wash. 3 wash is good. And like I say, we know they're gonna go wash it again, right? So, I mean, when they put it to wash, they're gonna see that, oh no, this don't have a lot of, yeah, you don't have sand, and it's not gonna have sand. And the reason why it doesn't have sand is the vine. It goes to the top. It's not really going on the ground itself. You see? These are very important things that I'm doing, really, you know, just making sure that people see these things, because summer is coming to an end. The temperature is not as hot as it was earlier on in July, right? So if you see you don't do this now, if I don't capture this video, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna go. Summer's gonna go, and except we look for next year now, and nothing is guaranteed. Okay? So we do things, we do it when we can, and whenever we can, and don't wait for the next time to do it, because the next time might never be here, or something else would have taken precedence. Okay? So you see, I can see some debris in here, which means really I'm still gonna give it another last wash. Okay, because I can see some, some other debris in here. I mean, it's not so bad. I can't really show it as such, but again, that's what I'm gonna do. Remember, people, work smart and don't work hard. This cooler full of water is really, really heavy. So there are two ways you can do it to empty the water. You can actually just tilt it like that, right? Get it and tilt it instead of trying to lift it. Like I say, it's good for the soil, it's good for the grass, because guess what? It's giving water to the grass. And always remember to wash the cooler out before you start putting the other one in there. Because if you don't wash it out, then guess what's going to happen? You're just going to be introducing the same debris that was in this one. Okay? And of course, there's the renegades that you always see, the leaves that's supposed to be there and they're not in there. Alright? But that's no big deal. But that's what we do. So now, you're going to excuse me for a minute, because now I'm going to go, well, no, not right now, but I will in a minute. Get a bucket. The bucket itself is split underneath. So I'm going to put the bologi in there, and all the water will come off by itself, and then it'll be ready to be shipped. Okay, and the shipping, basically I'm going to use a plastic bag over the box, because the water will be dripping. Then I use a brown bag and put all the bologi in there, right? And put paper towel, because then the paper towel, what the paper towel does, kind of absorb the moisture and keep the moisture in the box. Because once it's moist, this bologi will stay. It will stay fresh for 2-3 days. No big deal. And the good thing about it as well, it's not so hot anymore. The temperature is actually coming down. It's like I say, it's no longer in the 90s. So that's good. So it should stay fresh. And if it gets there by even Wednesday, it still will be fresh. You see? So it's do the same thing like I'm telling you, I'm showing you. That's what we do. We put it in here. Okay? That's how you wash it. And my garden people, we have a well. Alright, so really, in terms of you seeing the water and thinking, oh, this guy's wasting water. No, we have a well. I mean, yes, the well is run by electricity because of the pump. It has to pump, the water up, but then it's not as bad as it is. So it comes with the territory, And I mean, if you're selling these, the electricity is already been paid for, you know what I mean? By actually the sale of the product. All right? And electricity is not like they're charging you $50 a day. It's only a unit. So how much units are you going to use? Right? So the ones on the ground, you do the same thing, just put them here and do this. And then what I do usually, I examine the water. And now I can see that the debris is no longer there. So really and truly, I'm going to go get the bucket, the blue one, and that's where I'm going to put it so it can drain. See, it's a Lowe's bucket, which is no big deal. And this is what I do as well, sometimes with the water. I would actually introduce it to the plant. Because a lot of plants, they need water. In fact, most plants need a lot of water. Like even my thing that I have over here, these watermelon. So that's one way you could do it. Right? See? Right? So that has not only rinsed out the bucket, but look what I can do. Do it the same thing with this. Okay, and in terms of actually keeping the things clean, leave this bucket in here for now. And basically, just take these and put them in there. Okay? See, like this, we can take that off. But like I said, the stems, I'm going to put some stems on top of the package so that way at least they can have the stem. And like I said, encouraging others to grow. That is my motto for my garden, encouraging others to grow their own crop. I mean, definitely it's easier when somebody else do it for you, because you don't have you don't have to worry about pest and all the rest of it that will come to your plant. You know what I mean? All right. And what I usually do, after I've bagged this up, I usually will take a photo of the box that shows the serial number, right? Yep, that shows the serial number, so that way they can track their package. All right. I hope this has been entertaining as well as educative. So you know, from the stables of Backyard Garden in Brownsville, New Jersey, you know that's how I do my stuff. And these are applied to everything I grow. If I'm going to do cray, that's the same way I'm going to wash it. If I'm going to do sour, that's the same way I'm going to wash it. Bitter leaves, I wash them until I'm satisfied that they are clean. Okay, and now basically this bucket is going to drain, right? So I don't have a lot of water going in there. You can see it draining. I don't know if you guys can see the bucket draining. So that's all the water draining. And now I'm going to go prepare the box. Like I say, it's going to be a plastic right over the box, inside the box actually, put in the box, so that way it doesn't drain and destroy the box in transit. Then you're going to put this stuff in brown bag, right? And then you're going to, in the brown bag, you're going to introduce some paper towel, because all that will keep the moisture. It keeps it dry, because the thing is you don't want too much water in it. Because the water, yes, bologi needs the water still because it helps the plant, but you need it to be moist. And that's the reason why you put the paper towel in a brown bag that's also absorbent as well. So it keeps it like nice and fresh and gives it a temperature, you know, inner temperature of the box, which definitely is not going to be 70 or 80 degrees. It's going to be less than that, but that's what you need. And like I said, this box is good in the sense that it's going to dry, the bucket is good, it's going to dry it out right before I actually start to pack it. Again, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope this video is entertaining. Hey, it's Borlorgie Harvest. This is your farmer or gardener, right, of Backyard Garden in New Jersey, USA. Remember, I have peppers, all sort of peppers, the hot pepper, right? I have the habaneros, I have the Trinidadian, I have the Carolina, I have the ghost pepper, and those are very hot peppers, right? And I also have bell peppers, sweet peppers going, and potato leaves, and everything else. And again, this is a system. If this wasn't going to go out, we would actually cut and vacuum seal. And usually the bags go like for $10 that will be selling. And those bags are about 8 by 6 if I'm not mistaken. I can sell it for $10 frozen. Okay, but this lady is going to get this one's very fresh. Now, over and out, and I hope you enjoyed it.